Way and welcome to On the Volley, OTV if you like. This is Geordieland 1892. So I'm going to talk about Friday night's game, Newcastle United v Leeds United. It was at St James's Park, the evening kickoff. Fast and furious game, up and down the pitch, It was played at some pace, I tell you. Leeds United getting the first bite of the cherry, then they scored after 12 and a half minutes. Rafinha basically sticking in from the side, he sticks in this devilish curling ball, and Rodriguez jumps over the ball with his legs open to dummy it, and it kind of goes straight into the far corner, low into the far corner. Carl Darlow really didn't have a chance because Rodriguez has really unsighted him there. And I guess in defence of Carl Darlow, he probably didn't know whether Rodriguez was actually going to try and put something on it and try and deviate it. But anyway, Leeds were 1-0 up. But Newcastle went up the pitch, and they had quite a few chances pretty much after that. They did look pacey at times. I have to say, I think it's the best performance this season so far, definitely, by Newcastle United for me. They did look much improved. Even though there was times in the defence, we did look a bit clueless, a bit headless chicken. But, on the whole, they defended all right. It obviously helped that Leeds didn't have their shooting boots on. And for majority of the game, even though we did create chances, we didn't really have our shooting boots on either. But basically, Matt Ritchie, pretty much after their first goal, Matt Ritchie gets the ball up by the byline. He cuts it back and finds Almiron just inside the 18-yard box there. And Almiron, he's got to do better. He scuffs at it, first time shot, and it just goes curling wide of the far post. And really, for me, he had to do better. He had the time. And really, he should have been goal. Should have been a goal. It's as simple as that. Pretty much after that, Alan Saint-Maximin yet again works his magic on the wing, goes flowing up the wing and cuts in to the byline, cuts a beautiful ball back to Almiron yet again, who's on the other side, and Almiron scuffs at it, and it's somehow like it dinks up in the air and finds Joe Linton, who's completely unmarked in the box, and he just snaps at it, and he puts it straight at the goalkeeper. He didn't put it left or right, he just smashes it straight at the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper saves it and Leeds clear. Now for me, Joe Linton, apart from Almiron, not really connecting with the ball, was quite poor, but really, Joe Linton, he cannot hit a barn door swinging, poor kid. He shouldn't be in the box. Like I said in the last video, it's an old cliche, but he really is. He's Jigsaw Boy, isn't he? Jigsaw Boy goes to pieces in the box. Unbelievable. He should have buried it. My grandmother could have scored that, honestly, with her eyes closed. He couldn't hit a barn door swinging, that kid, at the minute. 2 chances at Man United he had as well, and all he had to do was put the ball left or right. Please take him to one side in training and just make him shoot all day if you have to, all week. Just teach him where the goal is, not where the goalkeeper is. Unbelievable. Anyway, that chance goes a begging. And basically, like I say, the game's up and down, a few missed chances here and there, but Matt Ritchie gets the ball squared to him at the 18-yard box there. He smashes a shot, absolutely cracking shot, and unbelievably it hits the inside of the post. Leeds survive again, they manage to clear it. Great shot by Ritchie though. And then, after that, yet again, Newcastle on the attack. It starts from Joe Willock in the midfield, who picks out Linton on the wing, and basically Joe Linton cuts the ball back to ASM on the edge of the 18-yard box, and off he goes, the wizard. he just basically he's just jinking in, backwards, forwards, sideways. Then he basically gets to the other side of the 18-yard box. He makes himself a gap and he shoots back across the goal, giving the goalkeeper no chance. Absolutely beautifully executed shot, and that's 1-1. Alan Saint-Maximin, what the hell would we do without this kid? Honestly, what would we do without him? He's brilliant, isn't he? The first half ends 1-1. Second half, started much the same, really. Fast and furious. Carl Darlow called into action, makes an absolutely world-class save. Absolutely world-class save to keep us in the game. Shots going in the top corner, and he just rises. He just rises full length, and he makes this absolutely wonderful one-armed save, one-handed save, and tips it around the post. Unbelievable. Really, really fantastic save. He's some keeper, that kid. Pretty much after that, Alan Saint-Maximin again gets another fantastic shot. Absolutely leathers it. Absolutely leathers it at the Leeds keeper. But the Leeds keeper makes a really good save. He's equal to it. So that was another chance that went a begging. Pretty much, there was other chances. Bamford, actually, for Leeds, had an absolutely glorious chance. Ball coming through the middle from the midfield, and he kind of ran onto it into the 18-yard box. He had the advantage on the two defenders there, and basically he just scuffed it, and it just trickled into Carl Darlow's arms. So I mean, he'll regret that, because I thought that was a glorious chance for them to go 2-1 up. So basically, like I say, that it was a much improved performance, in my opinion. We're still not getting everything right. Defensively at times, like I say, we looked a bit headless chicken at times. And there was a lot of times that I noticed that there was a lot of Leeds players on the edge of our box unmarked. And we kind of got away with it, like in the first half, I forgot to mention, actually, when I was talking earlier, there was actually a situation where Rafinha actually he finds himself on his own again on the side of the 18-yard box, and he kind of dilly-dallies. He doesn't hit it, doesn't pick his spot straight away, and he kind of waits, and we managed to charge his shot down, which is great. It was a great bit of defending, but the ball comes back to Rafinha, and Rafinha manages to square it to Dan James, who's about 10 yards out in the middle of the box. Yet again, he takes a shot, and it cannons off one of our defenders again, only to find Firpo, who's on his own. On the other side of the box there, he's about 6 yards out, but he absolutely blazes it over the bar. That was a moment that I forgot, and it was kind of a bit, it was kind of good defending, but it was also we should have done better in the first place. They shouldn't have been in that position, if you know what I'm saying. And to leave Firpo like completely unmarked there at the backside there of the box was just like unforgivable, really. Basically, I still think that Steve Bruce shouldn't be there. I just don't agree with his tactics. I don't agree with the sides he picks. I don't agree where he puts players. Sometimes when you watch him, he's just standing there like a big donut, isn't he? A proper donut. You can see Graham Jones shouting and screaming, and I noticed in the second half he kind of picked up on that, and he was shouting and screaming a bit more. But sometimes he just kind of stands there and he's kind of moving his hands, and he doesn't quite know what to do. It's kind of all body language, isn't it? But at the end of the day, we have to find a better manager than Steve Bruce. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the way I see it. Yet again, No Dwight Gayle. Now, fair enough. a lot of people say, oh, you know, he's probably not good enough, but he's the only striker we have while Callum Wilson's out. Like I'm sick of saying, we've given him a longer extension to his contract, and yet he sits on the sidelines. I don't know whether the fact that Graham Jones and Dwight Gayle apparently had a little bit of a handbags, a bit of a tiff in training on Friday morning had anything to do with it. It shouldn't really, because to be honest, for me, Dwight Gayle should have started. He's our only available striker. That's what he is. He would have absolutely buried that shot that Joe Linton missed, in my opinion. But you've got to give him a chance. We've got to give the man a chance. He doesn't even bring him on as a sub. And then bringing Murphy on right at the end there, you know, for like a couple of minutes. It's just, I don't know. It's just late subs. Very, very strange. It's very, very strange. Carl Darlow looked like he picked up a bit of a knock. And he seemed to have that knock quite a way through the game, actually. So I'm kind of hoping that he's not injured for our next game. Our next game, incidentally, is away to Watford. We really, really, really need to pick up 3 points there. And I'm not sure we will. I'm really not sure we will. You know, they did quite well. They beat Norwich City 3-0, I believe, yesterday. So they're doing all right, Watford. And our next away game after that, the next game we play is away to Wolverhampton Wanderers, which is, you know, Wolves is a hard place to go. You know, Molineux, they're not a bad team, Wolves. So, you know, I'm really, really kind of disappointed we didn't get 3 points on Friday night. But I really can't see where 3 points are coming from at this moment in time. Anyway, somebody's chucking stuff about here. I don't know who it is, but making a lot of noise. So anyway, really, that's pretty much all I've got to say, really. Like I say, yet again, Steve Bruce, I just don't think he's fit for the job. I really don't think he's fit for the job. Mike Ashley's a clown anyway, isn't he? You know, he's keeping him employed. He wants his yes man there. I mean, I did see there was a lot of Bruce out chants in the crowd. The atmosphere was absolutely electric, like at St James's Park on Friday night. It was really, really good, the atmosphere. I mean, but Steve Bruce could not ignore the Bruce out chants. He knows that the fans are gunning for him. He knows that the fans are not happy. And, you know, I've been listening to a few pundits during the week on the radio, on the TV, sticking up for him. And, you know, it's the same old dross I'm hearing from these people. You know, maybe he might be your mate, you know what I mean? He might be your friend. But, you know, if he's not doing the job, he shouldn't be in the job. So there you go. I heard there was quite a bit of trouble as well, apparently, outside of the game. Newcastle and Leeds fans. I think it was more just abuse outside than anything else. But like I say, you know, Steve Bruce is a bit of a donut, and I think the quicker that he leaves the club, the better. We really need to find somebody to take his place before it's too late. So anyway, from On The Volley, OTV, Geordie Land 1892, I'm out.